Becky. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos that I do every single week. And if you like hair videos or review videos or first impression types videos, make sure you give this video a thumbs up because that is exactly what this video is. I was watching one of the videos from How Jen Does It a little while ago, and she did a video showing the Dafni like straightening hairbrush, and I had never seen that before. And so of course I clicked the link in her description box and it took me to the product page for Dafni, but it's over $100 for a heated hairbrush. And so I was like, well, there's got to be like a knockoff version. So of course there are quite a few knockoff versions. I think Revlon has one, InStyler has one, but I was really intrigued to find out that the As Seen on TV Simply Straight, they have their own version as well. And if you don't know what a straightening hairbrush is, it basically combines a hairbrush with the heating, styling benefits of a flat iron. So even the Dafni and all the other versions, they work kind of the same way. They just have the larger bristles, and then like in this case, the pink ones, they all heat up and are like a flat iron. It kind of gives you the look of a blowout without having to use a hair dryer and a round brush or flat ironing your hair, or however you choose to get a flat, sleek hairstyle. It's supposed to give you that without having to be all those steps and all that time that it takes to do that. So before I get into kind of my thoughts on it, I will say I've only used it one time, so I'm going to give it a few more times to see if my opinion changes at all, over time. But right now, I'm just going to say straight off the bat that it does work. This version does work. Is it as good as the other versions or the Dafni that's more expensive? I don't know, because I've never tried those versions. And that's one reason why I wanted to try the least expensive version, because if this version works for me, why not spend $30 versus $100 and something for a hairbrush, a heated hairbrush? So just reading off the box, it just says the brush that straightens hair heats up to 450 degrees, anti-frizz ionic, heats up fast, great for travel, and it's got ceramic, like the heating elements are ceramic. Ready to use in 1 minute, a 30-minute auto shut-off, an LCD screen that does display the temperature that you have selected, and off and on switch, a 6-foot swivel cord, which it does have, so it helps you a little bit to not get all tangled up. One thing I will complain about just right off the bat is where the adjustments are for the heat. I found myself pushing the buttons with my hand whenever I was going to like put it in my hair, so I think it may be maybe an improvement if they would move the temperature controls maybe up here or somewhere if possible, so that you're not quite hitting them with your hand. But you can set it all the way to 450 degrees, or you can set it lower if you have more sensitive hair. I have really thick, porous hair, and so it can handle quite a bit of heat, and I know that heat's not necessarily the best thing for your hair, but my hair is pretty healthy and I use heating tools on it all the time. So depending on what type of hair you have and the sensitivity of your hair and all that stuff, I really do like that you can adjust it up or down. And it works. I have very thick hair that is pretty wavy underneath, but kind of flat on top. So it's kind of hard to not do something with it, because if I just let it air dry and don't do anything to it, it's frizzy and then half curly and half straight. So it's not very attractive. So I do almost always, like unless I'm on death's door, I will straighten my hair some way. I was trying to find something that would straighten just the wavy parts so that I didn't have to flat iron everything in the morning. So it straightened the wavy parts, and then I could just go in with my curling iron and curl the pieces that I wanted to, like kind of curl them under and flip them out. It would, in theory, not take as much time to do my hair. So that's kind of where this came into it. But I didn't do exactly like the tutorials that I had seen people do. The tutorials I saw people do, they were showing like doing every single piece of hair. I did one piece of hair like that, and it definitely did work. It made it smoother, and it did get out the wave. Is it as effective as a flat iron? No. You're not probably going to get quite as much straightening to your hair, and if you've got a lot of curl in your hair, I personally don't think that this would work as well as a flat iron would. But it definitely does work. And if you're somebody like me who has wavy hair and not like really, really curly hair, I do think it would work. Now, if you did your whole head with this, I don't know that it would be any quicker than a flat iron. But I was really impressed that it actually worked. I just went through and basically took it back here in the areas where I am, have a lot of curl. And even though the instructions say like you kind of come underneath and kind of pull your hair taut as you're pulling the brush down. I did that for a couple pieces, but basically what I did was just went through and kind of brushed all the areas that I know are wavy, and I can feel them back there if I don't, if I've missed a spot. So I basically just used this on the sections of my hair that were wavy and kind of left everything else alone. And it really did work. So I was surprised. I wanted to share that with you guys to let you know that it does work. And so even though I didn't do like the whole head tutorial, as I said, it does work. It's not as effective as a flat iron, but it definitely makes your hair smoother. It definitely does get out wave and frizziness, and so it's a great option to have. And if you do travel a lot, or you're a student and you don't have room for like a hair dryer and a flat iron and a curling iron, this would be a perfect option for you also. So I'm excited to have this. I'm going to give it a little bit more time of trying it out and seeing if I am able to find other ways to use it, or if I'm able to get it to be even more effective than I found it to be my first time using it. But I wanted to kind of share this with you guys to let you know, if you're in the market for a brush like this, maybe try this version before you spend, the $100 or a little bit more for the Dafni, or I think the InStyler one was like $60. So this option is out there, and it's much less expensive than those other options, and I personally think it works really well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.